Hello everyone and welcome to episode 39 of Let's Play Diablo 2. After a lot of trouble and getting kicked out of two separate games, we finally made it to the freaking Canyon of the Magi and we're going to explore it today. So we are very, very close to the end of Act 2. We have 7 tombs to explore and a boss to kill. Let's get started.
Oh yeah, let's do this shit, kill some bitches, and level the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm getting close to another level.
Yeah, I know, right?
I got all of my money back from dying twice.
Wow.
Maggots.
Devour.
It sounds so black metal.
Especially the fucking name of these swords you're finding now, fucking sword of vileness. And shit
death metal.
It's is that even a word?
I don't know. The sword of vileness sounds death metal as shit. And trust us, we're experts on this metal thing.
What is metal? Is that like a term that's used by... Yeah.
Well, the very first time... the very first time that heavy metal was used in reference to music, it was in the description of it was in a review description of a Jimi Hendrix concert.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It said, and I quote, "The music sounds like heavy metal falling from the sky."
It's like, oh, that sounds really cool.
And then it became a genre.
It's just like rock. Look, there's when I think of this music, I think of rocks. So I'm gonna call this rock. I'm gonna call this metal because it sounds like metal and sky.
When rock music first came out, professional music critics and stuff like that fucking hated it.
It's the devil's music.
Because you know how the whole world has this perspective of this is different, so I hate it.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's basically how rock music and metal music were both greeted.
It's Black Sabbath's debut. Rolling Stone gives it 2 stars out of 5.
I'm sure they probably re-reviewed it since then.
Oh yeah, they did. They did and gave it a perfect score.
I was gonna say they probably gave it a perfect score because that's a damn good album.
It's every freaking reviewer of that album was even Paranoid was oh well, this it's just different and they should know how to play their instruments. This is pure trash.
The sad thing is that Tony Iommi was doing amazing things on the guitar, and I love Bill Ward's drum beats. I mean, he did some incredible things with a 4-piece kit way back in the day. Listen to Hand of Doom.
Oh yeah.
His drumming on Hand of Doom is awesome.
And you got that random mishmash of drums and Rat Salad.
Yeah. Hand of Doom has it also has that badass bass line. Bong, 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 bong. Fucking awesome.
Isn't that drum solo in Rat Salad like a homage to that Led Zeppelin thing, that Moby Dick, whatever?
Yeah, I was gonna say probably Moby Dick, off of Led Zeppelin 2.
Yeah. Which
did have a drum solo in it. And Moby Dick's a good song. Led Zeppelin 2, all of Led Zeppelin 2 was amazing.
That's true, never mind.
Seriously, everybody should listen to Led Zeppelin 2. It's great.
It's how many times can he count the word baby in one of their albums?
Well, yeah, there is that. I mean, he was the king of ad-libbing the word baby. But
baby!
The weird thing about Led Zeppelin 2 is they recorded it while they were on the road, so every single track is recorded at a different studio.
Isn't that kind of like what Black Sabbath did? But they recorded all their stuff in 12 hours, though. In their first album.
Yeah, I thought Black Sabbath first album, they did kind of like the live in the studio thing where all the band was playing together and they were recording it.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was too.
I'm not 100% sure. Budgie's first album their self-titled album with like New Disintegrating Parachutist Woman on it, and Rape of the Locks, and Crash Course in Brain Surgery and stuff.
Look
was like
inside
that.
and you will see.
Deep inside my brain. So good, but yeah, they did that with that album.
Oh yeah. It's really challenging.
And that's a good fucking album too.
Oh yeah, like I want to get fucking Bandolier on vinyl. That shit to be sweet.
Yeah, Bandolier is awesome. It's the Napoleon Bonaparte 1 and 2.
I get it, Napoleon Bonaparte 1 and 2.
Yeah, and 1 is like this like acoustic little thing that they're doing, and then 2 is this badass heavy as fuck. Yeah, it's like they called it a galloping riff, and like if you listen to like a horse, the rhythm of a horse galloping, you can understand why.
Oh yeah,
and it's fucking awesome. God, I love that album. I love that song.
I seen a Bandolier shirt at Maryland Death Fest.
You should have bought it.
I know, I should. It was on this giant wall of other shirts. I wanted to get a Dismember shirt. They ran out of Dismember, so I just got Napalm Death instead.
Dude, you should have gotten Bandolier. I mean, like,
I know, like,
I love Napalm Death, but how often does one see a Budgie shirt?
They had like Monstrosity and all these fucking obscure bands, and I was like, oh man, what should I get? There's this giant line of people behind me. I don't want to waste all these people's time, and there's a Russian guy selling me the shirt. I'm just like,
yeah, yeah. God, I need to get more. I need to continue to like work on like slimming down, and so I can fit in my damn Iljarn shirt. I want to wear my Iljarn shirt. So people can be like, I've never heard of them.
So here, listen to this.
You have to take my portal first.
Oh.
Listen to this, and then hate it.
And this, what the fuck is this? I don't know what he's saying. Like,
yeah, okay, nobody knows what Iljarn is saying, but
it's
probably filled with hate.
If you knew what the lyrics were, you wouldn't know what he's saying.
It's probably filled with hate because he wrote like this long, for their last release. Well, their last release for a long fucking time because they recently found some unreleased material and re-released it with as a split with Hate Forest, who I've never fucking heard of until I found out that Iljarn had a split with them.
It's like, oh, this sounds really like black metal-y.
Well, Hate Forest is black metal, like Iljarn.
Yeah, well,
it might be more complex than Iljarn, but what isn't more complex than Iljarn? Iljarn, much like Hellhammer, is so simplistic.
It's just like, here.
It's almost punk.
It's like, here's a 4-track player, now record shit. Or here,
and it was Emperor's 4-track player.
It's like, record this with this shitty-ass microphone, and don't tune your instruments, just play this shit, and that's it. Just whatever.
Okay.
Just go with it.
Anyway, yeah, I want to be able to fit in my Iljarn shirt, and because Iljarn's awesome, I love that. But like, their last release before the split with Hate Forest was called Iljarn is Dead, and it was like this 2-disc compilation release, right? And it came with this long, incredibly pretentious, meandering, essay that he wrote.
Oh my god.
On how he hates everything, basically.
It sounds right like him.
And how he wants the human race as a whole to die out.
Yeah. I guess him saying that.
Yeah, and I tried to read it before, and I'm like, this is just long and pretentious and stupid.
So what are we reading? The human race deserves to die.
Essentially, yeah, that's what he was saying. So, I was telling you about I showed you the band Horde, right? With their awesome song titles.
Oh yeah.
Like the inverted cross. and release and clothe the virgin sacrifice. It sounds like titles that A, they sound black metal, and B, they sound like they're designed to troll people that listen to black metal. But the music itself has a lot of early Dark Throne, not death metal early, but like
Oh yeah.
first three black metal albums, first 3 or 4 black metal albums early Dark Throne.
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of that.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's good. But I was reading reviews on the worst fucking site you can read reviews on, the Metal Archives.
Oh god, yeah. That's pretty much what that website's. If you want to laugh at reviews and look how stupid reviews are, go to Metal Archives.
Yeah. I was reading the reviews of this on Metal Archives, and this one guy was complaining about the production on it being bad. And he's like, okay, now don't get me started. I know a lot of black metal has bad production, but like the reason why Burzum, for example, has bad production is because he didn't have the money to get good production. I'm like, you've never listened to an interview with him on those albums, have you?
Because he intentionally wanted it to sound like shit.
Yeah, he wanted it to sound like shit. Like they brought him. They were going to record the drums with a good microphone. And he's like, no. Go find me the shittiest microphone
he's
you
like,
can.
Like, find me the worst microphone you can find.
And they did. They brought him a headset microphone.
That was the most good find.
And he set it in front of. He set it on a stool in front of his drum kit and fucking played. So I'm like, you're an idiot, dude. The reason why it sounds like shit is because Burzum wants it to sound like shit.
Yeah, Varg, what do you want to do? Apparently you can't sell Burzum stuff on eBay because of Varg. Like, you can't sell because Varg's a violent person, therefore he can't sell Burzum stuff on eBay anymore.
Yeah, I heard that. I was like, are you serious?
I think that's really stupid, though.
Yeah, like, you can sell Nazi memorabilia.
You can sell all the Nazi propaganda posters in the world on eBay, but you can't. You can sell all the first editions of Mein Kampf and all that shit, but you can't sell Burzum stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure on the list of horrible human beings, Hitler does rank higher than Varg. Granted, Varg ranks pretty high because he's a dickbag of the highest order, but he's got nothing.
At least he doesn't have a mass genocide on his belt.
No, he murdered one dude and burned some churches.
Burned churches and killed a dude, yeah, whatever. It's like, I didn't kill 6 million people or anything, or if I'm not like a Stalin, I'm going to send you to the gulags because of political trials, and I'm going to send you to my labor camps. So, haha, KGB.
Yeah. Fucking stupid, dude.
I'm not going to be Stalin around in this trial.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's fucking awful. But I was like, is this guy serious with this review? He's like, there were other reviews that bitched about what you would think it would bitch about. The fact that it is black metal and it is Christian. You know?
Yeah, it's like...
It's written, it's a solo project of Mortification's original drummer. He did that. He left the band in 1993 and then created a doom metal project that is now defunct. And then he did that one black metal album and released it and listed his name as anonymous, right? And people were so pissed. This caused such a controversy in the midst of the black metal community, which was huge. Which was in full swing in 1994 when this was released. I mean, we were right in the middle of the church burning era, you know? Yeah. So the only way this guy knows about black metal is if he's listened to, like, Dark Throne and Emperor and fucking Mayhem.
I listened to Wrath of the Tyrant, and I listened to Blaze in the Northern Sky. It's like...
Yeah, he wrote and released this in 1994, right in the middle of the church burnings and the jailings and the murders.
And trials and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
All that fun stuff.
And Nuclear Blast liked this, and they released it on their record label. And
Weird.
the guy that owns Nuclear Blast got death threats in the mail because he put this out.
Yeah, I can see that happening. That happened a lot.
This is ridiculous.
They used to happen a lot in the black metal scene back in the day. A lot of death threats for dumb shit.
So yeah, that's funny as hell. But I think he's in a thrash metal band now. So it's like played like 4 drastically different styles of metal, like death metal, doom metal, black metal, and thrash metal. This dude's fucking This dude sounds like he's about as versatile as fucking Phil Anselmo. You know?
All right.
This guy's like the Christian Phil Anselmo.
It's like, yeah, like, oh, man, I was a part of Pantera, then I went on and then my little Viking Crown project, and then
Necrophagia,
Christ Inversion, Arson Anthem, Down. Down's been around since the fucking early 90s anyway, so.
Yeah, Down's fucking amazing, too. I love Down. Anyway, we should call it.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk all night if we keep this up.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for watching this episode of Let's Play Diablo 2. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. It would be greatly appreciated. We'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye!